What's up, guys? Welcome. The Chicago Bulls lose to the Golden State Warriors 140 to 131 in a game where we had the lead, we had control in the first half, looking amazing, and could not make adjustments at halftime and ended up getting dog-walked in the second half. We talked about Billy Donovan not being able to make adjustments, and this was another game where that happened. We also had Klay Thompson and Steph Curry go off, and when that happens, there's not much you can do as a team to stop them. And most of all, we're going to talk about what happened at halftime and why I'm happy the Bulls got their ass beat this game. We'll talk about all that, but first, what I want to say is welcome to Let's Talk Bulls, your number one Bulls podcast in Chicago. My name is Quinton. I'm your host, and if you're new to the channel, if this is your first video, make sure you smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you're notified when I drop more. So the first thing we're going to talk about in this game, and I have to say it first because I don't want to talk about anything else till we get it off my chest. At halftime, the Bulls had a celebration of people who helped make the organization what it is. Right? We were celebrating people who helped get us championships, and when they introduced Krause to honor him, and his wife, who is a widow, came up to accept the award, the United Center had people who were booing, bringing this woman to tears. And as a fan base, we should be utterly disrespected and utterly ashamed of what the hell we were doing, right? That's just unbelievable. As a fan base, we do not represent our team that way. We are not those type of people in Chicago. This is, like Stacey King said, this is not New York. This is not LA. We don't do shit like that. We are a respectful town who... Honestly, we love people who help us become champions. We help people who grind. And as much as you either don't like or hate it, Krause, to boo his widow is fucking disrespectful, right? If Kobe Bryant's wife was accepting an award in LA and people booed, do you realize what an outrage the NBA would have? I want you to think about that for a second. This woman lost her husband in a night when we were supposed to celebrate and honor his memory and what he did for this Bulls team. And honestly, he did help us win championships. We booed her and brought her to tears. So honestly, I'm happy as hell we lost this goddamn game. Because at first half, the Bulls looked amazing. We took a good lead, right? The Bulls were hitting from everywhere on the floor. They were playing amazing basketball, and we fucked it up by being a terrible ass fan base. And because of that, I'm happy that at halftime, Billy didn't make adjustments, which is a whole nother thing. Because honestly, the fact that Steve Kerr did a speech at halftime and was on the floor while Billy was in the locker room and Billy still couldn't make goddamn adjustments and the Warriors came out and fucked us up that bad afterwards says a lot. But I'm happy as hell we lost this game. The people who paid the money to see this game deserve to watch us just completely crumble and lose. I'm happy you wasted your money to watch this game, and I'm happy you lost what you paid. You deserve every single second of what you got to experience tonight. Now, let's get back to the game. Like I said, the Bulls started out amazing. They started out great. They played well. And what happened is after halftime, we didn't make adjustments, and we just completely crumbled. The Warriors started understanding that we could not guard the pick and roll. And that's a thing the Bulls have struggled with for a long time. And I don't know if it's just something where Billy's not talking to our big man and telling them that they need to get back, but it happens almost every time. They would set a pick and roll, Vooch would try to cover Curry, and he would stay too long and leave his man wide open for a lane, and he just wouldn't get back. And then Drummond would come in and do the same thing, even after watching Vooch do it and it not work. And Billy didn't say anything. He didn't fix it. He didn't change anything. He just let it happen, right? The Bulls in the second half looked like the old Bulls. They didn't know what to do. They were running around with their heads cut off. The only reason we didn't get blown out by even more was because Caruso is the god he is on defense, honestly. And then, on top of that, we were getting destroyed by the same thing over and over and over again. Not to mention, part of that is Curry and Thompson getting hot, right? So Steph Curry had 27 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. Klay Thompson had 30 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Most of those points came in the second half. Klay Thompson in the third quarter expanded his range, right? Just became deadly. They had a 48-point third quarter. 48-point third quarter, right? Not only that, right, but Kuminga, apparently, who is a terrible three-point shooter for most of this year, decided, as usual, against the Bulls, he can shoot now. right? So Jonathan Kuminga off the bench, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 for 4 from the three-point line, and just destroyed us, honestly. That third quarter, he came out, Clay came out, and did everything they needed to do to get them back in the game and get them the lead. In the fourth quarter, when we were trying to get our way back, Curry came in and said, no, I am the one who will stop you. And when Curry gets hot, it's a scary thing because the man can go from scoring almost nothing to scoring 27 on you in a second. Right? And the Bulls had no answer. That pick and roll with Vooch and Drummond not getting back to the man and them understanding to pass into the big man to get a great passing out to the three-point line to open shooters destroyed us every aspect of the second half. There was nothing the Bulls can do. Zach LaVine tried to make it work at the end of the game. Honestly, he made some good shots. He made some nice passes, but it just wasn't enough with Curry being hot. Now, we're going to move on to the Bulls. The starters had a decent game, right? The bench, once again, did okay, didn't do enough. Right? The bench, the last few games have not been looking too good. We're not making a lot of moves, and part of that you can say is because Torrey Craig is not in. We're losing some defense. We're losing some three-point shooting, but the Bulls need to be better. Patrick Williams off the bench, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. I got to love the 7 assists, but we need Patrick to get more points. You got to be more aggressive. He was 4 for 8 from the field. I need him taking at least 3 to 4 more shots off the bench. Desumu, 2 for 4 for the field, 2 for 3 from three-point line, 17 minutes, 6 points, no rebounds, no assists. Drummond, 5 rebounds, 5 points. The bench just didn't do enough. When you talk about the starters, DeMar DeRozan tried everything this game. 39 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 15 for 21, 2 for 5 from the three-point line, 7 for 8 from the free throw line. Kobe White, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 9 for 13 from the field, 5 for 7 from the three-point line, 2 for 3 from the free throw line. And honestly, Kobe was having a great first half. I don't know what the hell Billy was thinking the second half and the fourth because he just stopped passing Kobe the ball. Kobe just stopped being able to take shots the second half, which is what we were afraid of. Crunch time. The Warriors are taking off. The Bulls are trying to figure it out. And what happened? We reverted back to DeMar, Vooch, and Zach trying to do everything. We need this team to understand that Kobe White is now the number one. Okay? If it wasn't for Kobe shooting the way he was shooting, we might not be in the game in the first half. Kobe was on fire this game. Not only shooting, not only getting his teammates involved, but being consistent and being efficient. He's an efficient scorer. In the third and the fourth, when you're struggling, get it to Kobe. Now, mind you, he was struggling a little bit because he was in foul trouble. A couple of those fouls I don't think should have been called. And honestly, we got to call out the refs here. A terrible, terrible technical on Kobe. Right? Kobe got called for a technical after thinking he didn't foul someone and running away from the ref because he didn't want to say something. We've seen a lot of refs this year tee people up, especially superstars, because they're mad at what they're saying, or they don't want them to say too much, or maybe they say something that the ref just doesn't like. But to see someone get a technical foul from leaving the situation so he doesn't say anything to you, it's just crazy. How do you even, like, what do you do now? You can't show emotion at all? Like, I understand you can't cuss an official out. I get it. Maybe you're talking too much and they get tired of it. I get it. Sometimes they do it too fast, but sometimes, hey, maybe they just don't want to take what you said. But at this point, if you can't even run away and not say something, what is there? Right? You're supposed to just go, yes, sir, thank you, I'm happy, I got the foul, I'm sorry, I won't do it anymore. Like, what do you do? What do you do in that situation? He's running away. How do you call it technical on somebody? And that changed a very big part of this game. Right? Kobe had a couple calls that were just calls that I don't think should have been called. He probably thinks they shouldn't have been called, and they were called late. Right? Not just easy calls, but called late. And I'm not talking about like, oh, maybe it could have been called a little bit. Like, this is the Bulls getting the rebound, ready to go out on the fast break, and now it's the foul. You can't do that. It takes the whole flow of the game out. Now Kobe's in foul trouble. He's out the game. It makes the team different. It was a bad night for officiating for me, in my opinion. But Kobe White has to get the ball more when it comes down to the crunch time of these games. Zach LaVine, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Zach was Zach. Zach has been playing really well, getting his teammates involved. Another game where he's close to getting a triple-double. I love this Zach, okay? Zach is attacking the rim. He's looking for his teammates. And you can see there's times in previous games when before Zach was injured where he would go up for a layup when you know he shouldn't, where now he's passing to Vooch. There's times where he would pump fake, and then when a defender jumps, he would wait for them to come down and then shoot over them. He's not doing that now. He's pump faking. If they jump, he's moving the ball or going around them or trying to back cut them. That's what you want to see from Zach. Don't force shots you don't have to force. Now, when it comes to crunch time, if you're feeling hot and maybe it's like, hey, we need someone to score, yeah, you can take those shots. But don't just take your difficult shots to do it. Right? If it's not the best shot, try to find a better shot. And then when there's nothing left, then you go for that. Right? Zach played a good game. He did a good job. I'm not going to say much about Zach. He put a lot of effort in this game. Vooch, 14.7 rebounds, 2 assists. Another okay Vooch game. Caruso, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He was everywhere on defense, playing Curry, playing Thompson, playing Kuminga. He was getting after it on everybody. So I can't be mad at Caruso. But what I can't be mad about is the fucking fans who were disrespectful. And with that, I'm going to say I'm happy as hell. We lost this game. There'll be another one coming up. Hopefully we win that one. But I'm not going to lie. At halftime, after those boos, I honestly spent the whole second half hoping we got blown out by 36. So, hey, good on the Bulls trying to fight back. Happy we lost. As a Chicago fan, to those people who booed, be better for the city. We are not those people. So, what I'm asked, leave down in the comment section. Let me know what you thought. Let me know how you feel about the boos. And with that, I hope you guys have a great time. I hope you have a great night. I hope you are a good Chicago Bulls fan who doesn't do shit like we saw at halftime. And with that, y'all have a good night. Peace.